Hey there humans, Bob here, welcome to another Marvel Avengers guide video. Today we're going to go through how to get from gear level 1 to 150 super fast, but also the best way to get raid ready. Before we get going with this one though, don't forget to drop a like, it massively helps to get eyes on the video, and it's completely free. Right, now that's over with, let's get on with the video. So, if you've seen any of the other videos on my channel, you might have noticed there's already a video on how to get from gear level 1 to 150. That video, which I'll put a link to either up here or in the description down below, is a really nice passive way of leveling up that you can literally jump into the second you boot the game, as it doesn't require you to actually fight enemies. But in this video, I will be showing you a way of leveling up that may require you to fight some enemies, depending on how you want to complete the run. This run, as is with all loot runs on Avengers, are easier if you use a flying character simply because they can basically ignore the terrain, unlike grounded characters that will have to climb their way to certain areas. As well as this, if you are playing on a previous gen console or a non-high-end PC, expect to encounter longer load times than next gen consoles or high-end PCs when using this method. For those of you not looking to level up, but looking to get raid ready, and if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean getting characters builds ready to take on the upcoming raid, which according to a recent Twitter exchange between fans and developer Brian Wagner, who is a game designer for Avengers, that means creating a loadout that includes vibranium and sonic status effects. So if we're looking to do that, then the best place to be is Wakanda, as this is the best place to pick up the gear with these status effects. So, let's do it. Oh. Wait, sorry. I need to get this. Hey there, little guy. Dev, you've got to stop calling me. So, you're doing that Wakanda loot video, huh? That's the one. Here comes the pain. Yeah, that's the one. You know why we called it that? No. Wait, did you call it because of the pain that's the RNG? RNG, yes. Don't call here again. Anyways, as mentioned, the mission I'll be showing here in this video is Here Comes the Pain, which you can find in the Wakanda region on the war table. Fire it up, and let's take you through it. One thing to note, I'll be showing you one playthrough of this, but I'll also share with you which chests you can leave out to remove the need to fight enemies. This is great if you're not quite leveled properly yet. So, here we go. You're going to want to open up the war table. When you open up the war table, all you want to do is go to the region for Wakanda. Here we go, just going to click on it, and you're going to go straight to the mission, Here Comes the Pain. One thing I do suggest, just to make it a little bit easier and quicker, you set it to challenge level 1, which just means it's a little easier to get through, the enemies are easier, so if you do decide to go the route where you're going to be fighting them, it's going to be a little bit smoother for you. One thing to note here, you can actually do this mission with friends if you want. It will help them get ready for the raid too. Obviously, you'll be able to open the chest a little bit quicker as well, so that's always a bonus too.
Is close to where you are landing. I will send you their exact location.
Right, so the first thing you want to do when you enter into the mission, especially if you've got a flying character, this is super easy. You just fly over, go straight behind the waterfall. I love it when they put loot behind waterfalls. Open up the first chest that is at the top. And then all you're going to want to do is drop down 2 little steps here to the one that is also hidden behind the waterfall. Grab that. Easy peasy, and then head on up again, and you're going to want to go round now to the left. There'll be a few enemies. Again, if you have a flying character, you could pretty much just fly over them. If you have another character, grounded character, then you can just run past them. They shouldn't cause you too many issues either way. Grab that chest, and then you want to head round again, following and just holding basically to the edge of the map all the way round. You want to carry on going around, and you'll see the first objective. Now, this objective you can actually skip. So fighting all these enemies here, you don't technically have to do this. What it will do, it will open up the bottom hatch here, like the big door that you can see there. So you can fight these enemies. Sometimes they can be a bit of annoying, especially if you're a flying character, because they send out little drones to help, and it does spawn the big old spiders, the big old hunter crawlers as well. If you don't want to fight these, you don't have to. You can just skip this chest. If you feel like that makes it faster for you, that's absolutely fine. Personally, I enjoy fighting them and testing out my builds and the gear that I get from these missions as I go. So you can do that if you like. But if you don't want to, like I say, you can skip this bit. Once all the enemies have been defeated, basically this door will open. You'll have one chest on the inside here. And then once you've unlocked that one, you just want to scoot upwards and head to this one. Now, this can either be a door that has a button that you can open next to it, or you can actually smash through it. Now, if you don't have a character that can smash through, you can try and ping, but unfortunately, I think this is bugged at the minute. Hopefully, it's fixed at some point, but basically, like Kamala's doing there, she'll basically just run at the wall and won't actually break it. Luckily, like, you can use Hulkbuster to break through those walls, and most characters can break through. If not, then you might have a bit of an issue facing this section. So we're just going to carry on following around to the left here. You're going to have a chest here. Again, basically, this is going around the edge of the map all the way through. You're just going to carry on following through here again. And you'll see the objective for the mission is actually to your right. You want to ignore that. Obviously, this would be how you complete the mission, but you want to ignore it. You want to just get this chest that is very close to it, but don't go any closer than this because it will actually set off the objective, and then your companions might carry on fighting them, maybe complete it before you want them to. You basically want to double back on yourself and come back to this corrupted sector here, which will have the corrupted spikes, which you can just destroy, and you get 2 pieces of gear per spike. There's a chest here, though, which you can grab. Don't worry about the corrupted spikes. You will be able to have enough time to destroy them. Don't worry about getting that chest. Just give them a couple of little pops. Grab those. Again, you should have more than enough time for these spires, but don't dawdle too long, because if you do, they will basically disappear and you won't be able to get the loot. So there we go. There's the final one of the spikes there. And if you want to just go just to the left and down here, you'll see another chest. And because you can probably see there are enemies kind of running after you. Again, if you don't want to fight them, you don't have to. And actually, if you don't want to fight any enemies and you don't want to do like a combat run, you can actually ignore this section here as well. There is a HVT that appears, which is a high value target. Basically, you can end them. Shoot this hunter crawler. Sometimes it's hunter crawler, sometimes it's a claw trooper, which you can fight. Once you've fought these, they will actually give you loot, and the door behind it will also open as well, as you can see here. You go in, grab that chest, and that is the entire loot run done. That's one big loop just around this map. You just follow it around the edge, and once you're finished, you just go return to the Quinjet and then start it again. Before we finish up the video, let's just show you how to do this again, but this time without getting into any fights. It's a lot easier to do it like this, is a lot quicker, but sometimes you might want to level up. You want to basically get some champion points as you're going through as well. Make sure you're doing a bunch of different things. But what you do when you land, you just go straight to these first waterfall chests, grab the one at the top, drop down and grab the second one. Then you want to fly it around again, keeping to the left. Again, just dodge these enemies if you want. You could basically ignore this one if you want to. As you've seen there, I got hit by a projectile there. Again, if you're under leveled, that might hurt you more than you want it to. But if not, you can literally just go around once you've grabbed the chest, go to the objective. Now, this objective is actually clear out these enemies. You do not need to complete this objective. You could just fly up to the top, and as you can see this time, instead of being a breakable like wall, it's a button press instead. Open the button. You can see a spider's coming for me here, so you need to be quick on these. But basically, grab that, head on out, and then continue round to the left, just hugging the edge cliff all the way round. Open up that next chest, and you're going to want to go to what is the second objective, but this time it won't show because obviously you haven't completed the first objective, which is great because you don't have to now worry about that group of enemies appearing and suddenly attacking you out of nowhere. Grab this next chest. As you can see already, this is considerably faster than the previous method, but a lot of people like to fight the enemies and actually gain the experience and level up on champion levels or regular levels, however you want to do it. we'll go back to the spikes again. Sometimes that first spike doesn't appear on the first bit, and it does go basically solid, so you can't defeat it. Luckily, whilst you're getting that one, sometimes your companions can grab that one for you. But then you just want to go down to the next spires. I just missed that one, but that's fine. We could just wait for it. Make sure to always grab those pieces of gear as well, because sometimes if you use ranged attacks like I do, you'll sometimes forget to go and get that gear. Make sure that you do, because otherwise you're missing out on 2 pieces a pop. So here we go again, grab that last spike, and then we're going to drop down and grab this last chest here. And after you grab this last chest, rather than fighting the HVT, you can just end it here and go straight back to the Quinjet. There you go, 2 ways of doing this. But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least found it useful. If you did, please like, subscribe, and if you want to come and talk about this or any other Marvel game live, come and check me out over on twitch.tv/BobDuckNWeave, or connect with me on socials at BobDuckNWeave. All the links in the description down below. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, consider clicking the join button and becoming a member. You'll get emotes that you can use in comments, live chat, and a cool badge that evolves as your membership continues, which looks awesome when I stream over here on YouTube. Thanks again, and as always, stay safe, stay awesome. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.